In 2021, I had started doing these interviews with creative Iranians that I felt fit this other bucket where we weren't this templatized idea of a BMW driving Beverly Hills Iranian or whatever the idea might be, whether you're fresh off the boat type Iranian, and really lean into being this multifaceted dual identity presence. And when I started Diaspora Discussions, I used to get so excited when I would see someone with an Iranian name on my feed or find them somehow. And I remember searching so hard to try to find other Iranians. And now that I look back 3 to 5 years later, it's almost like, wait, where are all my non-ethnic friends? And it's been really interesting going through this journey online. And having done Diaspora Discussions before, I felt that I could not continue them given the state of my homeland in 2022 and on. And so it's been a real struggle to come back to community building as a means for not just representation, but for validating my own lived experience, being someone who is Iranian and inherently represents some sort of politics by just stating that. I'd much rather talk about the food, the culture, the music, the poetry, and at the end of the day, I can't deny that the community of the diaspora has had a huge divide come about in the past 3 years, to where there really does feel like there's a mute button. The question early on in childhood was, are you Iranian? Are you Persian? And then it would go into, are you Jewish or Muslim? And I learned very early on, depending on how I answered that, it really dictated my ability to immerse with my community or not. And so it was really interesting for me come 2024, 2025, when people who were non-Iranians started asking me, why aren't you like the others? And having grown up in Los Angeles, I knew immediately what that meant, because I had practiced my right to speak up against a genocide that was occurring, and others outside of my Iranian community had noticed this divide and were now bringing that to me as the question. And having grown up often asked such questions of, where are you from? But where are you really from? Are you this? Are you that? I had no choice but to speak up on these political terms, while a lot of people have the illusion that they can remain apolitical in a world where everything is politicized. Somewhere deep down, there was going to have to be some self-discovery around identity.